Good evening, Dalton Public Schools community. My name is Tim Scott, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as Superintendent of Dalton Public Schools. Tonight, we'll be discussing our school district over the last year and our annual State of the District Address or State of the Schools Address. Thank you for joining us, and we'll have questions at the end. And again, we appreciate all you do for our school district. As March the 13th, 2020 hit, we had to close schools. We didn't know what would happen. Be honest with you, I thought maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3, we'll be back in school, hopefully sooner than that. Little did I know that a little over 5 months later, on August the 31st, we'd actually start school again. As we started school, we started in a hybrid model. We moved then in late September to a 5-day-a-week for elementary schools and a 4-day-a-week model for our secondary schools, 6 through 12. The biggest reasoning for that was a decision that I struggled with because I know all our teachers at all levels work very hard, but our 6 through 12, in many cases, were teaching both virtual and face-to-face at the same time. And so that is the model that we chose to go with, a 4-day-a-week with a Wednesday for a planning day and to reach out to our virtual students as we started the school year. And that's the model that we'll finish the school year with. As a school district, we required masks, temperature checks, social distancing when at all possible. And sometimes that wasn't possible, but whenever we could, we wanted to social distance. Our district did a great job providing PPE, desk shields, cleaning supplies. We had Ecovasive that sprayed our district 3 times a year. And we provided a dashboard that listed all our positive cases as well as those that were quarantined throughout the year. What guides us in everything we do is our strategic plan. I want to thank our governance team for the work that they've done on it and our staff for all the work that they've put into this as they have moved forward with the strategic plan. There are 4 parts to the strategic plan. And it starts with our vision. Our vision is world-class learning that prepares students for college, career, and civic life. Then we have our mission, which is to develop trusting relationships, provide quality work that engages students in profound learning. And as I said, the 4 major parts of our operational plan are college and career life readiness. And once we do that, we have to recruit and retain highly qualified professionals. And then when we have those, we want to make sure we have operational excellence. We're providing state-of-the-art facilities and make sure that our schools are safe for our students. And then we have to communicate with our community and engage our parents and students in what we're doing. Our demographics, these are our numbers from the start of the year. Of course, numbers change throughout the year and continue to change, but our registration department does a great job of putting numbers together, and they do that at the end of every year. So we'll have a number to start with. As we started the school year, we started with a little over 7,800 students. At this point, we have fewer than that due to the pandemic and many of our students going back to work or back to home countries. And then our racial breakdown, we're 19.1% white, 5% African American, and then our multiracial and Asian are both around 2.3%. Our free and reduced lunch is a little over 71%, almost 72%. We have 24% of our students that are considered English language learners. We have 7% of our students that are homeless, 14% special ed, and 12% gifted. We have students from 43 different countries that speak 22 native languages. So we're a very diverse district, and we're very proud of that fact. Our college and career life readiness is our main focus and goal as we work through. Everything around that supports the instruction of the child. So we want to continue to improve student mastery. Even in a year of a pandemic, that was focused on our mind as moving forward, making sure our students got everything they could get, even in difficult times. And in order to do that, we have to improve the students' social emotional learning competencies, and we have to consistently engage students in work with high levels of cognitive demand. And then we certainly have to involve our families and nurture family support. Our 21st Century Grant is a big part of that, providing extra learning time throughout the day. This is a program that provides face-to-face instruction. We began last summer We have worked it through the school year. It will continue this summer. It is actually a grant that we have, a 5-year grant worth $1.6 million. And right now we're currently working with around 125 students for not only after school tutoring, but summer enrichment. And we're hoping to expand that number in the future. Dual language is important to us. We started with a program at Brookwood, and it's now kindergarten through 4th grade, and we'll be moving to 5th grade next year. But since that time, we have also expanded our dual language with Spanish, and our schools such as Blue Ridge, Park Creek, Westwood, and City Park have all started programs. City Park beginning theirs with pre-K next year and working forward. And those schools work where students are able to speak both languages. Our middle years IB program is something that we hope to start in August of 2022. This is something we've been working on for a couple of years, and you have to jump through some hoops and make sure you have an application filled out. Is actually the 6th grade through the 10th grade. We will start that at Hammond Creek Middle, and that will start hopefully August of 2022. You'll have 6th, 7th grade there for an IB middle years program, and then we'll move to the junior high, new junior high opening up, Dalton Junior High. We'll talk about a little bit later, but there'll be 8 and 9 there. And then Dalton High School will have the 10th grade, and then the actual IB program, which is 11 and 12. The middle years program is 6 through 10, with the actual diploma program being juniors and seniors. Well, how do we continue to have progress in a year of a pandemic where we have no statewide testing? We use a tool called Measures of Academic Performance, or MAP, and it gives us projected growth. It's a nationally normed test, so it's normed and it gives us an idea of exactly where kids or our young students should be. As you look at the scores up there, those are projected growth, and then whether they met that growth. The highlighted areas are the different grade levels that met growth. And so even in a year of a pandemic, which we had a lot of quarantines, teachers out, it was a very difficult time. We had our 2nd grade, our 3rd grade, our 4th grade, our 6th grade, and our 7th grade all observed growth larger than projected growth based on the MAP assessment during the school year. And that's quite an accomplishment in a year where so many students and children were out, and many times we were virtual. So hats off to our teachers and our principals, our staff, and especially our instructional staff and coaches that put all this together and help make it happen. And then we look at math. Have the same thing in math. There's a projected growth, and then we took a second test to see where they actually ended up. And in this case, our 1st grade, our 3rd grade, 4th grade, 6th grade, and 7th grade all saw growth higher than projected throughout the school year. So hats off to them again for the work that they have done. We'll continue doing this, and we're currently taking milestones, and each student will have a test, and that gives us the data that we move forward and plan as we're working into next year. Graduation rate this past year was difficult as school ended on March the 13th, and we went through the remainder of the school year virtually and finished up. Our district ended up with a 4-year graduation rate of 80% and a 5-year rate of 84.7%. Dalton High School had a graduation rate of 95% for a 4-year and 95.5% for their 5-year rate. Morris Innovative, which works with students that are academically behind, has a 4-year rate of 34.5%, but they've continued, they don't give up on young people, and they have a 53.8% of students that finish in 5 years, and even some that may finish after that. And it's very difficult because please understand that some of the students that arrive there speak no English, and many haven't had much formal schooling when they get there. So Morris has done a great job. It's going to be closing this year as we open up the Dalton Academy, but they have graduated over 600 students in their time, and many of them may not have received a diploma without the work that those teachers have done. So congratulations, and Morris, thank you for what you do. Recruitment and retention of qualified professionals. That is huge for us. We want to make sure we get teachers, we train teachers, and that we keep teachers. And so to do that, we want to enhance the appeal of Dalton Public Schools. We want to make sure that we're constantly working on our pay scales. We provide professional support and infrastructure to help those so we can increase the retention and the quality of our staff. We have a robust mentorship program. We have starting a second cohort of emerging leaders. And we're doing things this year, such as adding paraprofessionals at the elementary school, adding interventionists at schools. So we're trying to make sure we do all we can to support the teachers in the classroom. And that's in addition to the coaches that we added last year and the district coaches that work with them. And I want to just say the Canvas work that's been done this year has been amazing to help support teachers. Operational excellence, that's providing state-of-the-art facilities. Dalton Public Schools has great facilities. They're some of the most well-kept I've seen anywhere. Our schools, we've just built Hammond Creek Middle School, which is a state-of-the-art facility, and we have renovated and prepared the Dalton Academy as we move forward. We've also enhanced our school safety, and we continue to evaluate and commit the best use of financial resources to make sure our children are in the best facilities and the safest facilities. There's a picture of Hammond Creek Middle School. It's our new 6-7 school. I want to take this opportunity to thank the community for passing the GO bond and allowing this to happen. It's a state-of-the-art facility with an over 600 seat theater in it that will have community use there. It's a beautiful place. If you've not had a chance to see it, please come by and see it. It's amazing. Miss Lori Johnson will be the principal there. We're super excited that our 6th and 7th graders will begin there this fall. And then there's a picture of Dalton Academy that will also open this fall. It is our new 10 through 12 high school, choice high school. They have 8 career pathways. They're working on having the AP capstone diploma. And again, all of our 10th through 12th graders have the choice of where they would like to go to school. And they base that choice on a youth science test that they take and whatever their parents and their advisors talk to them about at the school level to make those choices. Dalton Academy, again, will have an advanced capstone program. It's a 2-year-long AP courses with an AP seminar, AP research, and it's designed to develop student skills in research, analysis, evidence-based arguments, collaboration, and writing and presenting. Students that score 3 or higher on AP seminar, AP research, and an additional 4 AP exams can qualify for that College Board diploma. We will be breaking ground here in the next couple of weeks. I want to say soon after March 15th or 16th on a state-of-the-art field. It is a regulation size soccer field. As far as I know, it will be the first one in Whitfield County, and it will be at the site of Dalton Junior High and the Dalton Academy, and across the street from our Hammond Creek School. There's a picture of it. It's a beautiful facility, and we're excited to get started. It will be turf. It will also have line for football, lines for lacrosse, and of course soccer. And again, it is a regulation size soccer field, so it's a lot wider than what we normally play on at Harmon Field. Safety and security is on the forefront of our minds at any time, especially in the world today. That's something we continue to think about. We have hired Mr. Jeff Wells as a safety and transportation coordinator, and Jeff moves throughout the schools, working with all of our schools on safety and just checking to make sure we're doing the things we can do to continue to keep our staff and our students safe. And then we have designated a technology security coordinator in Stuart Davis's department to make sure that we're not getting hacked or broke into in any way through the technology or computer system or any of the many programs that we have throughout the district. We also have a public address system that's being upgraded at every school to make sure we can communicate as needed and have security cameras on all sites. Our coronavirus funding, there's a lot of questions about that, and it is quite a bit of money, and there's a certain percent of it that has to go to learning loss. And so we have tried to make sure we take care of that money and be good stewards of that money as we move through, knowing that it's just a short-term allotment of money that our district will have. Our CARES money has continuing services, cleaning, hand sanitizer, additional technology, desk shields for students. We have redone our heating and air HVAC systems, ionization to make sure we purify the air and that it circulates a number of times that's recommended by the CDC to make sure that we are as safe as we can be in our classrooms. We have also, our coaches have planned a great summer this summer with tutoring at all levels and with many different organizations. We're working with the Boys and Girls Club through our 21st Century Grant, as well as at the high school with 9 through 12, and we're excited about those opportunities. We're also using the money to help professional development of our teachers and make sure we look at our data and see where we need to work and where teachers feel like they need to work, along with our principals and assistant principals, and provide that professional learning for the employees that we have. And then the current fiscal year through 2023, the last American Rescue Plan that we got was 17 million, and that's a continuity of services, learning loss, social, emotional, and academic support with competency, technology, and enhancement in pre-K through 12. Now, one of the things that I'm probably most proud of is our student assistance program and our staff assistance program. Those that are having struggles emotionally can reach out and get some counseling. Very few districts have something like that. I'm very proud of that. And when you go through a pandemic and some of the things that we've gone through, a lot of times you just need somebody to talk to, and we have that there for our staff. The Junior Achievement Center, we're super excited to partner with Junior Achievement and engineered floors to have this building built right next to Hammond Creek Middle School. They opened up in March, and many of our students in not only Dalton Public Schools, but in Whitfield County have been in the building working. There was a group of students in there today from Dalton Middle School. We're super excited about the partnership that we have with them. And it serves our surrounding counties. There's probably 10 or 11 counties in the district, or in our North Georgia district, that it serves. And guys, we couldn't do this alone. There's a list of many, many partners that we have and that we're thankful for. And we could not do it without you. In community, we couldn't have gone through the last year without our community and the support that we've had from our community. I want to thank you for that. And it's just a tough time, and you guys have been super supportive for us. If you want to connect with us, absolutely go to our website, www.daltonpublicschools.com, and then you can reach out to us. There's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have a mobile app that you can download. So we have many ways that you can get in touch with us and follow us as we work through this. And one last thing, and we've talked about it a whole lot, but we have a new configuration. And the new configuration opens up in the fall, where we have Hammond Creek Middle School, which is a 6-7. We have Dalton Junior High, an 8-9. And then we have two choice 10-12 schools. Those are the Dalton Academy and Dalton High School. And that will be our new configuration for next year. At this time, if we have any questions, we'll take any questions that anybody may have. Any questions? All right, guys, if there's no questions, listen, if there's anything on here that you need to discuss or want to reach out to me, my name is Tim Scott. You can certainly get me through any of those ways of communication. Reach out to the office, be happy to discuss anything with you. And the Dalton Public Schools community, thank you for all that you do. Thank you to our staff, our teachers. You've had a great year, super proud of you. Looking forward to planning and having a great year next year. Oh, we have one question.
The question is, given the increasing number of children struggling with dyslexia, what is the plan for the city to get ahead of this and get teachers a specific education they need to help these students?
That's a very good question. We have a great RESA in Rome, Georgia, that is offering a lot of dyslexia training for our teachers. And so our teachers will be going through that training. And then as we move forward, we actually just met today and had a lot of discussion on literacy. And what we want to do to move forward. And that can be part of the discussion is how can we support that? How can we talk to the teachers, talk to the staff at each individual school and have that? That is something, and not just dyslexia, but there are other issues that our children have, and that we need to be very diverse and intentional in reaching out to try to make sure we meet the needs of all students. And hopefully the training through our RESA will help us do that. Hey guys, thank you for a great evening. If I can do anything for you, just reach out. Thank you and have a good night.